All right. Hi, Stephanie. I'm going to be recording or re-recording the advisor appointments, appointment generation demo, since we had those technical hiccups last time. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is share my screen and pull up the LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So the point of this is to show you exactly what filters will be going on your campaign to niche down on your target or ideal audience of clients. So the first thing I go over here is just the geography. For this example, we can just stick with New York City, even though I know you're open to connecting with people in Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, a number of different areas. So the next thing that I'd like to go over are the industries. So the majority of our clients, they don't tend to target specific industries, but rather exclude certain industries, and those being here in red. So financial services and investment management, pretty self-explanatory, very similar to you, so we don't want to end up getting them on the phone with you. Marketing and advertising is where we see most of the salespeople, and as a function of that, we see reverse pitches. So we never want you to get on the phone with someone who's going to immediately start selling you when you are ultimately trying to sell them down the line. And then finally, government relations is a traditionally lower paying field, and they usually have their 401ks, pensions figured out through their institutions. So traditionally, not a lot of business to be done there. Falls in a similar vein with higher education, but of course that varies advisor to advisor. The next thing that I'd like to go over are the seniority levels and really our authentication system. So here as a very high level filter, we'll only be targeting the C-suite level executives, directors, managing partners, owners, seniors, vice presidents, etc. So very high level management, upper echelon positions, while excluding all entry, training, and unpaid professionals. Now, these work in conjunction with the titles that I have listed here. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the way LinkedIn works, but traditionally you'll have someone's headshot and then their title right underneath. So everyone in this 450,000 person audience must have one of these titles within their bio line. So again, ensuring that we are bringing the type of prospects that you want to be speaking with to your calendar. Next thing I'd like to go over, very simple, years of experience. Everyone in this 450,000 person audience must have at least 10 years of working experience outside of college. We never want to get you on the phone with 26-year-old Joe who works as a sales associate at Bob's Burgers. Of course, we're looking for the chief technology officer, chief operating officer at a Fortune 5,000 company, ideally. But of course, just in terms of focusing on the type of people that we want to get you on the phone with, these will all be upper echelon management position titles. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is click search. And I'll scroll through a couple of the prospects. I know that I won't be able to get any sort of confirmation from you on whether these are hitting the mark or not. But I'll scroll through. You can take a look at some of the people that are pulled up in this audience and who we'd be messaging on your behalf if you decided to move forward with us. So you can see here, President, Chief Operating Officer at eCare21, Senior Manager, Director, Global Data Protection, Founder and CEO at DIRX Health, Partner at Fergang and Adwar. I'm not sure if you guys are looking to target lawyers. I know that that's really a touchy subject with advisors. Some are all for them, some really hate them. So that can vary, of course. Managing Partner and Founder at Mobility Ventures, Chief Operating Officer at Symphony. So you get the gist, and I can go ahead and scroll down and you can look at some of the people on the end of the page. Vice President, Part Owner, Wiven Home Management Group. And let's jump over to page 10 and see what the prospects look like here. If my computer will load. Okay. Let me try refreshing it. Might have to do with the recording. It might be slowing down the processor, but let's see. Okay, perfect, page 10. So let's go back to the top. So again, still have owners, Matheson Consulting, Vice President, Chairman and President, Director of Demand Generation. So as you can see, all upper echelon management positions, and ideally people that fit in your target demographic of clients. So the next thing that I want to go over are some of the conversation threads. Now, the first one I'm going to show you here, these are all real conversations that we've had on behalf of some of our clients with their prospects. And the client that I'll be using for this example is Graham. So here's one of the more networking focused scripts. And I can go ahead and read it aloud. Hi, Tom. I hope that you're having a pleasant day. I read your recent LinkedIn post, which prompted me to reach out. Now, right here is a critical piece of what our software is able to do. It's able to time the best times to engage with each prospect. So as you can see, we noticed that Tom recently made a LinkedIn post, or sorry, the software did. So it was able to mention that, number one, in the scripting, making it very personalized and doesn't give off an automated vibe to Tom whatsoever. But again, it's also going to ensure the best time to interact with him because he's being active on LinkedIn. We can almost ensure that he's going to respond and he's going to engage with us because we've mentioned the post that he recently made. So timing the engagement of prospects is something that many agencies don't think twice about, but it really makes a big difference in terms of ensuring that they are on LinkedIn, ready to respond and ready to interact with someone reaching out to them. And as you can see, when I scroll down to his response, it made all the difference. So moving on, we said, I've been using this time in quarantine to network and meet new people. I was wondering if you would be open to get to know each other and see if there are ways we can collaborate in the future. If that works for you, I can send you some availabilities for next week and we can get something on the calendar. Sincerely, Graham Williams. So Tom didn't respond to the first message. And so the second message was sent out, again, fully automated. Very similar, in a similar vein to the first message. And then Tom responded. So just to reiterate, as soon as Tom responds to a message, or any prospect for that matter, the automation then stops and it's all handled by our human account managers, so our dedicated staff. So going to Tom's response. Hi, Graham. I looked up your company and was surprised in a good way to see how your firm looks at investment/retirement. I like the rational optimism approach rather than capital preservation approach, which seems more pessimistic and super boring. I do have retirement on my mind the next 2 to 4 years, so I'd be happy to chat. Let me know if you have availability for a call tomorrow, July 21st in the afternoon. I have availability afternoons this week and next as well. So then again, our account managers took over the conversation, kept building that relationship, fostering that connection with Tom, and ultimately booked him on the phone or on Graham's calendar, and he was ready for a phone call. Now, one thing I would like to emphasize here is that when we get any prospect to the point where we have their phone number, email, and a time that they're ready to speak, so everything we would need to send an invite, we will then send you their profile link. Now, only if you say yes to speaking with the prospect will we go ahead and book them on your calendar. If you say no for any reason, they're not in the ideal location you want the prospect to be, they look too small, they're too young, whatever it is, you have full authority and autonomy to say no. And that won't count towards your 20 appointment guarantee, which I'll touch upon later. So moving on to the next conversation, this one is slightly different. Now, the scripts that I'm going to show you here are scripts that we began rolling out at the beginning of October. We piloted them for the past 2 months, saw some phenomenal results, especially with Graham here. And so I can go ahead and read these out. It says, hi, Andrew. I hope that your day is going well. I just noticed your profile on my feed, and I wanted to say that the work you're doing at Mobilite seems very fascinating. Congratulations on your success there. I apologize for approaching you in this manner, but after reviewing your profile and credentials, I thought you might be a great fit for our investment planning services at Optimist Retirement Group. I'm sure that you already have a strong system in place with your current advisor, and I would not want to get in the way of that relationship, but I found that it never hurts to get a second opinion on your finances, especially during this volatile time. We offer many advantages to traditional advisory firms, including no fee overlay, no third-party management fees, no overhead back office fees. Feel free to read more on our website, link in my profile. Please let me know if you're open to a discussion. Thank you. Sincerely, Graham Williams. So the main goal for this message was to emphasize that there's no monopoly on good ideas, that regardless of the current system they have in place, a second opinion can only do you benefit. So we scroll down and we see what Andrew responded. Hi, Graham. Thanks for reaching out. I'd like to learn more. When would be a good time to discuss? Now, exactly like every other message, our account managers take it on from here, continue to build a relationship, continue the back and forth. This was a relatively short conversation. Get the phone number, email, time, send the link over to you. Once we get approval, it goes to the booking process. Now, I can go through 2 other conversations here, very similar, same exact script. Mike responds, thanks, Graham. I'd be open to an initial discussion. Same process, booked on his calendar. last conversation here. Exact same script, same value props, and same approach. Regil responds, Graham, thanks for reaching out. I wouldn't mind learning a little more about what you and your group does. If you'd like to have a brief conversation over the phone sometime in the next week or so, I'd be open to it. Just let me know when you get a chance. Thanks, Raj. So really what we're doing here is providing you guys with the at-bat opportunities, and it's your job to hit it out of the park. We have created the foundation of a professional business relationship for you. They know your firm's value props. They know you're a financial advisor. They're intrigued by what you can offer them, and they want to learn more. So we really build it from A to Z to get you to that point, and then we hand off the conversation to you for you to make the sale. Last thing I'd like to say pertaining to the conversations, anytime we send out an invite, we will send you the entire conversation thread so you know exactly what we've said to whom and how you should be approaching each conversation. So now moving on from the conversation threads, unless you have any questions. But yeah, so the next thing I wanted to go over is the pricing. We charge $1,500 a month, and we initially sign on clients to a 3-month contract, and you can pay month by month. So $1,500 month 1, month 2, and month 3. And then after the 3rd month, if you'd like to proceed with our services, we can go month by month. So there's no contracts. It's you pay at the beginning of the month. If you want to cancel, you cancel. Other than that, re-emphasizing the guarantee, 20 appointment guarantee. If we don't hit the 20 appointment mark at the end of 3 months, we work for free for 30 days. And if we still have not hit the 20 appointment threshold, you get 100% of your money back. So a full guarantee, it's not prorated in any way. It's $4,500 straight up. And anything else that I would like to mention? Yes, so the 20 appointment guarantee, it's a minimum. One thing that we like to tell all prospects is that they should expect around 30 to 40 calls within those 3 months. So of course the 20 is really there as a barrier, but we will work to get you as many calls as possible. One of our clients, Yudi, he is in Michigan. He runs his own practice. He got 80 appointments within 3 months. So it really depends on your location, how saturated the market is, and who you're trying to target. More senior level people, threshold may go down, and lower net worth or lower net investable asset prospects, your call volume can go up. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, zaid@advisorappointments.com, or give me a call at 202-538-9649. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. All the best and have a nice one.